make me believe that the thumb is not so noticeable. You know, it's sort of like what? It's in the texture. It sort of blends in. Soft thumb, like a feather-light thumb. Yeah, make those thumbs softer. Right. So on acoustic piano, it's easier, I think, to make a softer thumb, or make it blend in more. See, look, soft thumb. Actually, the way I think of the thumb is, in my mind, mental image is it's lifting up. I don't mean it's literally lifting up, but it's lifting up in its sound, and so it doesn't fall down. Does that make sense? See if I did this. Up, up, up. It's a great exercise for that, because why? Up, 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 up. See what I did on my thumb? I literally went forward. And that stops the crash, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's kind of a good exercise. I know some of my students are doing it. They're having fun because they're rolling from their thumb to the next thumb. And they go forward. See? Backward. Forward. 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 Those are little gimmicks, tricks of the trade, where it forces you not to crash down on your thumb as you're going forward. Every time you do it. It's just little things to learn, you know? Now, the thing about putting the hands together, I want to hear you play 2 octaves, hands together, with a singing tone, like this. Okay? You do 2 hands together now, 2 octaves. Let's try that.
Okay. I wish I practiced this one, but I'll try it
No,
anyway.
we're practicing it now.
Okay.
Why not? The only thing, again, I would like to hear is a little bit, if it's possible to do it on that chord, is more of a floating, flowing sound. And I don't know, I think on my arias I can do it, I'm not sure. You know what I mean? You see what I do with my thumb that's different? I actually underplay my thumb. Underplay your thumb. Because otherwise you're going to get that smack every time your thumb comes. Can you underplay it? Play it less?
The sound got a little lower.
Okay, I'm going to elevate the sound, except I don't want to be screeching. Okay, can you hear me better now?
No, there's too. It was good, and all of a sudden it went a little lower. But if it gets too loud, I'm going to get a hiss.
Okay,
Let's see if I can hear you now.
Okay, I'm lowering it again. Lowering it a little. Is it better?
You'll be getting a hiss though.
Okay, then I'll lower it more. Yes, that's what happens. If you go too high, you get the hiss.
Yeah. Well, it was good. It was good most of the time. Then all of a sudden it got a little lower. But I could still hear you. It's okay.
I can put some gain on it. I don't know if the gain helps. I have some gain up. Does that help?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I've got gain on my Yeti mic. Yeah, all I was saying, the only thing about your scale that's that it could be a little more refined is if you think softer on your thumb points, so you don't get that smack down thumb.
Okay.
Because that's the whole trick of a scale, is to go around your thumb, isn't it? When you go, around your thumb, around your thumb, around your thumb, right? It's a good scale. Otherwise, you hear that kind of thing. So we don't want, we want to learn to do that in slow motion to lift the thumb up a little bit, like I showed you the exercise. Up, up. See, things like that help. Anyway, that's the big thing is the thumb. You want to soft pedal your thumb, to use a pun. Don't soft pedal it, but soft pedal it. Metaphorically, play it softer. Yeah, play your thumb softer. Can you hear me?
Yeah, play my thumb softer. Okay, they're too loud.
Let's do some. Let's go 4 octaves in this tempo. Watch. Nice legato. Nice legato. Very connected. Okay. I don't want to hear the thumbs poking out. Okay. Let's do it just like that. 4 octaves up.
Well, let's see if I can do it.
I think you can do it. That was okay. I just would like to hear a slightly different kind of approach to that. The first few notes, I'd like to hear you roll into the first few notes instead of fall down hard on the first few notes or the first note. I want to hear you kind of roll in like this. I'm going higher up so you can see me. Roll in. You see the roll in? Roll in. Right, and everything else should roll out of that. Exactly. Keep rolling, keep rolling.
Oops.
You don't want to smack in that first note. Yeah, don't go back to that staccato feeling or that. Here's what you tend to do, and I noticed that when you gave me your playing sample. It's not that it's bad, but what you tend to do is you over-articulate your notes, which is, you don't want that as your baseline kind of playing. You want to go for the singing tone. You can articulate your notes for whatever you want to do, but if you're always doing this kind of thing, it's always going to sound the same. You want to get more into the affect or the mood or the color. Let's use that word. The color of the 16ths. They're slow 16ths, right? Can you get more of this with less pokey fingers? You know what I mean? You just roll across your fingers. Roll across your fingers. Roll across them. Finish like this. Remember I told you about that? Wrist forward. So you got to roll in to the top, curve around, and then wrist forward. Roll in, curve around, and wrist forward. You want to shape the scale. Try shaping your scale more instead of doing a lot of articulated fingers. Because let's say you did the invention and you went. I don't think you want to play it like that, right?
That's the way I'm used to doing it.
You don't want to do it that way because, in fact, I've heard a number of fine pianists do it. And the one I most recently heard did a total rolling all the way through the whole piece. She didn't even do. She didn't even detach the 8th note. She went like this. That's what she did. That's exactly what she did. It was all legato, everything. I don't do it all legato, but nonetheless, that's a very legato motif or subject, isn't it? It's really not so pokey, I don't think. Maybe Glenn Gould does. Glenn Gould does. He does that, you notice? Glenn Gould does everything detached on that one, and he does it super, super duper fast. Did you notice that Glenn Gould recording of that on YouTube?
Yeah, some of his stuff.
Eccentric, very eccentric.
Some of his stuff is not pleasing.
Well, you know, a lot of times he did it to sort of make himself an original of something, to draw attention to himself, not to the music, but more to his eccentricity. But anyway,
I'm gonna give me around 2 seconds. I have to change hat. It's starting to warm up here. It was really cold last night. Hold on.
Okay. flat, so I want you to get more of a beautiful seamless legato. That's what we're doing today on that scale to get it ready for the invention. Yeah, so all I'm asking you to do is roll into your scale. So you just roll in, but not so much finger action. Just roll in, and then let that roll in continue. Let it continue, right? And now here, at the top of this scale, you'll have a little bit of a what? Rotation. See the rotation? You don't need this business, do you? With the finger poking. You just want to roll, get a nice round end. Round it out. That's a much more kind of pretty scale, right? Pretty kind of loopy, curvy scale. Okay, let's see if you can play now the loopy, curvy scale.
You want me to do it?
Yes, absolutely. But do this tempo. Disguise your thumbs so I don't hear the thumbs. I don't want to hear the thumbs poking out. That's super better. At the end, though, remember to put the wrist forward to taper the last note.
Oh, up, okay.
Yeah. Think soft on that last note. Think soft as well. Less. Think less. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And both hands. 2, 1, 3, 2, 1.